Travis Hunter.
Yes, I was going to snatch that one from you, Walker. We are going to talk about this.
Okay.
I need to let you develop it first before
Yeah, because I don't think people know who Travis Hunter is, but, we were already here. Travis Hunter is considered by, I don't know if it was multiple. I know one for sure recruiting service had him as the number one recruit who committed to Florida State. As you guys know, the early signing day period has just passed, as you're hearing this, almost maybe a week ago now. This guy who was pretty consistent in his commitment to FSU, even though FSU did not have as good of a regular season, he kept reaffirming his commitment to Florida State. I'm committed to Florida State. Well, in the ninth hour, as a matter of fact, on the day of the early signing day period.
Did you see what he did?
This kid, no, what did he do? This is where you...
Okay, dude, signing day culture is you sit in front of a table with a series of hats. You pick one, you put it on, everybody celebrates. This dude picked the Florida State hat, put it on his head, took it off, did a Bobby Shmurda toss, only to unzip his jacket with a JSU shirt on under it. So, hey, if you're a Seminole, you're butthurt by that. But go ahead.
Ooh, I know the things that the FSU fans called him. Their head coach, you know his name?
Mike Norvell.
Hashtag fire Mike Norvell was trending.
That should have been trending well before this.
Well, no, it was. Well, they did retrend. It's a retrend. But yeah. So allegedly, there's this fire NIL deal that this kid is perhaps going to get as a part of this. Like he's going to have money.
From what I've read, at least $1 million.
I heard 2.
Okay.
At least.
Okay.
Barstool, who
yes.
I think Deion
Deion's
Sanders has.
with.
Yeah. So it makes sense. But there was some pushback from people in the media about this. Gat, did you hear?
Yes.
Is that what you wanted to talk about?
Not really. I was going to shed the good light on it, but let's cover this whole thing. We're
going to share the good light by debunking some of this stupidity that we hear.
Fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
So I'm familiar with this guy. Doug Gottlieb. Remember that name?
Oh, yeah. I don't like listening to him. Sometimes he fills in for other shows, and I'm like,
what's the dude's name?
Colin Coward.
Colin Coward. He fills in for him sometimes.
Yeah.
I've seen him do that. Why you don't like him, Black?
I don't like some of his takes. That's all.
He's gonna love this one.
Well, you said you want to hear one?
Pull up a chair, Black. What a hit! Here you go.
So Doug Gottlieb tweeted, "Twitter celebrating a kid making an obvious mistake is hilarious." Now, this was met with a few people tweeting back at him. People like Jamel Hill, Roland Martin. Now, he answered Roland Martin. He says, y'all see the sheer arrogance of folks like Doug Gottlieb. He got him at Gottlieb Show. So he thinks it's a mistake that Travis Hunter is headed to an HBCU. Care to explain why going to an 11-1 team and not a 5-7 FSU team is a mistake, Doug? Oof. Now
finish him.
Yeah, Roland has some spice on that one. Like people like Jamel Hill, Bakari Sellers. Definitely. Now here's what Bakari Sellers responded to. Now Doug actually answered Roland Martin. Check out what he tweeted. At Roland Martin, HBCU football doesn't have close to the same support athletically, academically, medically, and they play an inferior schedule with inferior teammates. edition of football ends. Any person would prefer to be, and that it kind of cuts off based on what I'm seeing.
I am the least racist.
Oh,
person
sorry.
in this room.
Didn't mean to hit that button. Must have slipped.
Woo! Just let us know what you're thinking, huh, Doug? Thoughts?
I got so many here, right?
Speak to.
Walker, and because I like to tell stories. In 2011, there was a prized recruit out of the state of South Carolina named Jadeveon Clowney.
Mm-hmm.
At my point in life, I became obsessed with finding out where Jadeveon Clowney was going to announce that he was going to play college ball. At the time, my beloved Crimson Tide were in the mix. It was us in South Carolina, right? So he picked South Carolina. And I remember how disgusted I was. And I remember how quickly I shifted the narrative on Jadeveon Clowney that was great only minutes before he decided to go to South Carolina. Walker, this was the point in my life to where I had to realize I'm not emotionally capable to keep up with recruiting like this. But you know what I dug deep and really realized, Walker?
Mm-hmm.
These are kids, just like I was. These are kids. Sure. 17, 18, sure. Kids.
Sure.
So I hear what you're saying. I've seen some of the Doug Gottlieb things, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe it's different because you get paid for your opinion on these types of things. And if everyone had the same opinion of their kids, they're going to choose whatever. We can't predict. We can't put too much stake in the choices that they make. Then we won't have any clickbait. We may not even have a topic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I say all that to say, whether it's NIL, whether it's Mike Norvell, whatever, this man, Travis Hunter, is entitled to choose who he wants to. And whoever he chooses has nothing to do with me because he's only got one chin strap on that helmet. And that's going to be him, regardless. It's sad, man. It's sad. And this is why now, and this is no shade because I know I value what you're doing at the War Report. But this is why me, knowing how emotionally incapable I am, this is why I cannot get involved in recruiting. I can't do it anymore.
I get it.
Now, when we get to the good stuff, I have more stuff to share.
This is going to sound wild, but bear with me. I'm taking the scenic route. I understood what Doug was trying to say, but he needs a writer.
Oh,
he needs a writer because I understand exactly what he was trying to say. All he was trying to say was, you're playing in a Power 5 conference. You're going to get a lot of exposure, especially if you're good. You're going to be playing against the Clemsons and the Clemsons because that conference was
Clemson is
down.
incredible.
So you're going to get some exposure to show what I got that. You're going to get some. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Hit the. There you go. So I understood the point he was making, but he's wrong because he doesn't know if this was a mistake or not. Number one, NIL has changed the landscape, and it's allowed schools like a Jackson State to be competitive, especially if your head coach is Deion Sanders. Second of all, Deion is really connected to the NFL.
Just like Mike Norvell.
Don't do that.
And he was connected to Florida State.
That's the sweet irony of this that I love, that I know he's getting to.
Right. Deion could even replace Mike Norvell one day. But
We're going to talk about it?
now, there's no one that I think there's a plethora of people Deion can get on the phone today and say, hey, man, SWAC championship is coming up. Can you send a few scouts to come check out this cornerback that I've been coaching and developing? You guys got to check him out. He's good.
He'll probably hear the plane landing before he hangs up.
Deion already, and we didn't talk about this, a few weeks ago had Brittany Renner come to the school to talk to the players about life stuff.
Well, I know, but go.
I framed it as life stuff. Okay. But what coach is doing that? What coach is getting that message over in that effective way to the players? Right? Who do you trust your son with? Deion or Norvell, who's still trying to find his way at Florida State and whose seat is getting warmer by the day? Deion just won a conference champion. I mean, he just won the conference in year, is it
2?
Year 2? Okay.
This man went 11-1.
So, and he's getting
What he's got coming?
God, Jesus. It's that. Listen, it's nuts. It's nuts.
Seen the transfers he's got?
Yes. And you want to know what his recruiting pitch is? Give me 2 years. Just give me 2 years. Enjoy your NIL deal for 2 years. If you want to transfer out, I know Nick Saban up the street. Did a commercial with him the other day. I'll tell him about you. You want to leave? Let me know. I'm gonna set you up nice. You want that exposure? I can get you better exposure. But come play with me. Let me develop you. Let me coach you up. You a cornerback? Oh, would you look at that? I used to play cornerback.
Hall of Fame.
Let me coach you up. Doug, you have no way of knowing that that's a mistake. If anything, I say it would have been a mistake to not take that deal.
Yes.
To go play for a Hall of Fame coach who played the same position you played.
Hall of Fame player who's probably on his way to being a Hall of Fame coach at the rate he's going.
Yeah, Hall of Fame player.
Yeah. So, Doug. Okay. What you got?
I love it for HBCUs. I love it.
Winning.
What?
I love it.
You gonna go to a game?
Dude, but no, probably. But this is
If
the
Jackson
dream.
State comes in, listen, Jackson State comes
They
to
gonna
ASU, A&M,
They do.
that game gonna be jumping.
They've been.
Jumping.
But dude, this is the foundation of a dream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
we've always thought about this. What if some of these top players go to HBCUs? Well, here we are.
I love it.
I'm here for it, Walker.
I love
I'm
it.
here for it.